Hello, my name is Kayla Skaggs, and I am the director of Hutton Hall.
Hello, my name is Mark Hensley, and I am the director of Kleist Hall.
And today we're going to be talking about Box and THD, which are both two platforms that we use a lot in the RA job.
So you may be wondering, what is Box and how is it used? Box is the equivalent to Google Drive. You will be using Box for many things as a member of the Residence Hall staff. Things like office reports, health and safety inspections, scheduling, programming, and more. You'll become more and more familiar with this. Next, we're going to talk about how you can access your Box account and what you will find waiting for you there. All UC students have a Box account. To log in and access yours, you will need to go to www.box.com and select Login. From there, you will enter your UC email and password. Once logged in, you will already find a few folders available to you. These will include the folder for your assigned building as well as the All Res Life folder.
One of the folders that you already have access to in Box is the All Res Life folder. In this folder is where you'll find a lot of information needed for Res Life, such as programming, RHD schedules, on-call and office numbers, mail duty schedules, dates to remember, and then any other needed communication from Carly and Andrew or from the other directors that we need to get to you.
Each resident hall has their own folder that allows communication to individual staffs. These will include staff schedules, office reports, meeting minutes, and other communications.
Next, we're going to cover office reports, or as they're commonly known in Res Life, ORs. These are mandatory for each shift. The people working each night in the office will start a new OR, and as the night continues, they will document anything that goes on in the residence hall and in the office, whether it is things going on or a resident coming to the office to talk through things or report things to an RHD on duty. And it's always important to remember as an RA that this is a legal document, so it's important to keep that confidential and always include any important information in that.
The monthly, weekly, and sports schedules will be located in the Schedules tab.
Within the office report, there is a section to record all open house guests. So you would record who is hosting, the guest, and the room number, along with the time that they came and also the time that they checked out. And it's always important to not forget that an ID is required in order to check in anyone into the building.
Health and safety inspection information is also recorded on Box. Similar to the process of creating a new OR, an RA must copy the HSI from the master copy into the same folder. You must label it in the format of day, month, year.
The maintenance log should be updated anytime an RHD or an RHL is notified about a maintenance issue and a work order is placed. And so as an RA, you will follow these steps. So number 1, you would add a new line to the top of the log. Number 2, you would add the date, room, and describe the problem that needs to be fixed. And number 3, you would make sure that you notify the director on duty when a new entry is made.
Next, we will talk about THD Mobile. This will allow you access to a quick student lookup, assignment rosters for each residence hall, activity tracker, and logs.
Under the Quick Student Lookup tab, you will be allowed to search a student by their first and last name. We use this a lot for many different instances. If you're looking up a student's room assignment, sometimes we use this when we're checking people into open house or whenever we need to log something on that student.
Assignment rosters allow a view of every resident and the room number. By clicking on the individual's name, You can also access more information from their profile. However, this information is to remain confidential.
Under the student page, this shows all the information needed about a student. It allows us to see things such as their room assignments, their contact information, their room condition report, check-in and check-out, visitor passes, and what activities they have been a part of in the residence hall.
Next, we will be talking about the check-in, check-out process.
Step 1 of the check-in, check-out process is select the student from assignment roster or quick student lookup.
Step 2, room condition reports, RCR, is used to verify the condition of the rooms for students when they check in and check out of their room assignment.
Step 3 of the process is to open the room inventory tab and go over the condition of every item in the room with the students listed in the RCR.
Step 4, check whether or not the student agrees with the condition of the room and inform them that they have 24 hours to notify ResLife if they find something different. Obtain signature from the student and click Complete Inspection with the student.
Step 5 is to select the back button in the top left corner. This will take you back to the student's information page. It's very important to click the back button or it'll take you completely out of the student page. And then from there, select the check-in, check-out button.
Step 6, make sure that all emergency contact information is correctly filled out. Once you've filled out correctly, select check-in button and then confirm their check-in by hitting OK.
In ResLife, we use Activity Tracker on THD to keep track of weekly programming activities in each dorm. And this allows us to know what events are happening, where the events are located, when it happened, and it also helps us to record programming numbers and see who all attended.
Next, you'll want to click Create New and then fill out the information of the event. Check with your RHL for further instruction.
So for logs, it is important to log any communication between the RA staff and residents. So step 1, you would click Create Log Entry, and then you would pick the log category. Step 3, you would write the communication between yourself and the resident. And then step 4, you would confirm log entry.
These two tools are vital to everyday use as an RA. It is okay to ask questions when you do not understand. Be sure to ask questions. If you know your password, you should log into THD and look at your residence hall and students that are assigned to your hall. Look at your zone and become familiar with it. If you're not sure about logging in or don't know what your password is, please contact your director at the housing office and we can assist you with this. Always remember, be sure to ask questions.